What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night, and you know what time it is. It's time for Our Point of View. Child. Oh, hold on. Let me get my gist together, because what is going on? Yeah. How y'all doing this Wednesday? I had to just come in here with a cap on tonight because, bitch, I couldn't do it. I ain't have time to like change my hair and all that kind of stuff like that. Hey, Tanner, I hope y'all ready tonight. Hey, Corey. Hi, Kyle. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all so much for all the support that y'all have given Our Point of View over these last couple of weeks. We really, 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 really appreciate you guys. We hope that for those of you, if this is your first time viewing us, to go to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube and get your judge and subscribe to me, Jeff, so you'll know what's going on. You know, we don't do this for shits and giggles. It did start off as shits and giggles, for real. But this time, you know, we're trying to do something. We're trying to become all gay inclusive talk show, LGBTQ friendly. We talk about everything from social media tea, hot topics. If you post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, bitch, we following. We trying to see what's going on. We got people out there in the streets that tell us what's going on. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Benjamin. Hi, Hunter. Thank you for subscribing, Jeff. Hi, T.O. How you doing? So, yeah, so my week this week has been very eventful for me. Now, it might not be eventful for y'all. Hi, Dre. How you doing, Jeff? Hey, Gabe. Thank you so much, love. So I've been getting ready all week for the last couple of weeks for my Anita Baker tribute. And for those of you who hadn't watched it, it's on Facebook, but I think they kind of like muted me already, child. So, so if you missed it, I'm gonna try to take some excerpts out and post it again. But I'm gonna put it on YouTube, so hopefully you can view it there. I had so much fun. Hi, niece. Hi, Natalia. Tasha Long. Hey, sister. I miss you so much. Hey, Shorty. Hi, Kyra. So, you know, I have been doing that, trying to get that together, and it's really hard. I shout out to Tasha Long and, like I said, Jasmine, Nicole, any of those people that Cody Collins that do illusions, child. You have to like stay in that character for all of that time, and oh my God. But when you do it and you know you're able to do it, it's so much fun. So I'm sure for some of them, it's like it comes natural. But for me, it wasn't, well, it kind of came natural because I loved Anita Baker since I was in the third grade. But I've always wanted to make her a character, but you know, you never want to step on people's toes when they do it. So when I first came out, we had a queen called her name was Miss Moon, in the character, and she was like an Anita Baker connoisseur back then, honey. And then hi Vita, hi Roxy, and thank you, Vita. And so, you know, I was young then, couldn't do it. Then when she passed away, Chanel Nicole was like the Anita Baker. So didn't want to step on my sister's toes either. So this, my way of getting it out was performing it when I would go to Miss US of A. So I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. It made me feel so good. It made me feel so good. And I just want y'all to know once the music started, child blacked out everything, and I'm in my head and I'm thinking all my Anita Baker fans who I know are Anita Baker fans, and you know, they probably paying attention and saying, okay, well, she did this, well, she need to do this. You know, it's just those little things. And when you're a perfectionist like that, when it comes to shows, child, it's just something. But I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Jasmine, one of the best person I love to watch do Anita Baker is Jasmine from Dallas, Texas. So shout out to Jasmine. I love you, sis. Yeah, child, I love her. Still haven't seen her in concert though. So I'm down to see her in concert. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. It meant so much to me. I really, 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 really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome, awesome, awesome. We have a lot to talk about this week. My Tevin is out. My baby's out. He's not feeling well tonight, so we're gonna miss him. But everybody else is here, and we have a special guest, which is Cheyenne Valentino from Chicago. And if y'all know Cheyenne, child, y'all know she got a lot to say all goddamn time. And yeah, Marlon, you know, she closed out with No One in the World. So I wanted my tribute to be true to what she do and how she did her songs in the order that she kind of did them. So if you know Anita Baker and you've been to her concert, so you just watch her, you know, that was like kind of like her spiel, her set list. Yes, I can't wait. I will be in Oklahoma. Girl, let me tell y'all, I'm going to Oklahoma this Sunday. They have an Oklahoma USA Classic, I think. And I'm gonna, no, it's not Oklahoma. What is it called, TK? I don't want to get it wrong. So but I will be there this summer in Oklahoma City. I miss Oklahoma. I have so much fun when I go. So I'm so excited to be there. But girl, we got a pandemic, so y'all know I'm scared. Bitch, I don't want nobody touching me, hugging me, all that. I don't want none of that. Oh! Child, I'm just saying, you know, y'all don't forget, I need y'all to share this live. I need y'all to share the love. You know, don't, you know, share it. This way we make some money. Every Wednesday is Pink Whitney Wednesday. I got my Pink Whitney gel. And if you want to support me, also you can go on www.duoexposure.com, and you can get all your Chevelle Brooks merch right there. We have fans and all kind of gel. Oh, there they go. Yeah, you can get your fans. You can get a tumbler. You get all kind of stuff. You get T-shirts, tank tops, masks, a bag, all kind of things. So support your girl and go on www.duoexposure.com, duoexposure.com. Yeah. Okay, and all of that. And don't forget to go on Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube, and please subscribe. And while y'all doing that, please share this live, like this live, love this live, and all kind of things like that. Usually I will have a video to show y'all that was my clip of the week, but I haven't been really like doing that this week because I couldn't. So I've been really busy, so I don't have a clip of the week. But I'm gonna bring in my my host, and we're gonna get the party started. So we're gonna start as always with Necole Luv Dupree. Hi, Necole.
Hey, what's going on? Hi, everyone. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm great, motivated and excited.
You motivated and excited, girl?
Yes.
I'm glad. How was your week?
It was fairly okay.
What did you do?
I actually finally performed in front of a live audience on Sunday at the Traffic Brunch Show. I have not performed live in front of a real audience since February.
Oh.
So that did a lot for my soul. I was nervous to death, but you know, hey.
But you did it, girl. So how was it?
It was excellent. I loved the atmosphere of the place, the staff and management, all of that. It was a really good time. It was so good to see so many people I haven't just saw in a long time. You forget how much you miss people when you're not around them like that.
Girl, I know, child. But you still got to be careful when you're out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still got to be careful when you're out there. So y'all still wash your hands, wear your mask, wash your ass. Thank you, Alina. Wash your ass. Hey,
please wash your ass.
Wash your ass. Most important, wash your ass.
Actually, don't even do the other stuff. Just wash your ass and stay at home.
Bitch, that's what I do. I wash my ass all the time, and I stay at home. And I go to the store, bitch, so I can go grocery shopping, and that's it, child. So I just was like, I can't do it. Just I'm kind of nervous. I was supposed to go to St. Louis this past week, but I didn't. I don't know what happened. I ain't even gonna question. So I really,
I know what happened.
What happened?
I'll tell you later, girl.
Because, bitch, I want to know what the fuck happened. Because, bitch, I wasn't even worried, about it. I'm okay with it. We good, child. So, yeah, that part. So, but yeah. I do gotta go to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I talk to you every day.
Anyway, we're gonna bring in Neil. Hey, Neil.
Hello, how you guys doing?
All right.
What's going on?
At home, just finished watching all the speeches from tonight.
Oh yeah. So how was that? See, because I didn't really get to see it. Well, we're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about it later, but.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm waiting to get to. I'm just like super energized right now.
Oh, you're so excited! Yes.
So you're gonna ask about my week?
Yeah. How was your week?
I did cars, of course. I went to parties. I went to a luau party, and I had a function at my house. I did a crab boil at my house for me and my closest 15, 60 friends.
How many?
15.
I've never been to Cornelius' house.
Girl, what? Oh, well, I ain't even gonna say that, girl. Girl, I have children whose house I've never been to either, girl.
Chevelle has been to my house. So she stayed at my house.
15.
I'm not in that close 15.
Oh.
Chevelle has stayed to my house.
Yes, I have. A couple of times.
And she lives all the way in Houston, Texas. But you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing about that. You don't put everybody in your space. I understand.
Girl, it's okay. It's okay. Look, child, I have never been to a couple of my kids' house, bitch. But they done been here. And it's all right. For me, it's okay, because I really don't like to go nowhere anyway.
Yeah, I mean we're in the same boat.
Yeah, so I'd rather them come and chill with your mama. Come and chill, because that means I gotta get up. I ain't no telling who over there. I gotta make sure I look like something. Oh. I gotta put on some clothes.
Did she freeze?
Me?
Oh, not on my end.
No, I said did she freeze? Because I saw both of us moving.
Oh,
am I froze?
Not on my end.
Come on, Mary.
I'm doing look him. Am I doing it wrong? Please share this live. Y'all have a watch party, and if you feel the need, you want to give us a little judge, bitch. You give us a little judge, bitch. Because guess what? I still ain't working. Y'all see me having a show tonight. Y'all see Necole trying to have shows, and she on the Monday night shows. So this is our way of making money and trying to get our judge and be able to pay our goddamn bills, honey. That part.
Ain't that it?
Necole, did you have anything for what you was going to say, Neil?
Oh, nothing. I'm hold my peace.
Oh, because you always have something to say. I want to once again give a shout out to my son Tevin, who's at home not feeling good. He's not here with us tonight, but I'm here for you, son. I'm drinking in your honor. Y'all drinking over there or no?
Yes. Tevin has a little diarrhea tonight, so he can get back.
Don't say that. No, he does not.
Girl, no, he got diarrhea.
No. The case all he had to do was just set his stuff up in front of the toilet and sit there. We would have never knew.
You can put a black screen behind your child and just sit there, just hey, mute yourself. Mute yourself. And at least at the end of it all, your water gonna be clean.
Well, hopefully so.
Well, I hope so. Hey, Monica. Oh, you gonna say Tevin water is not clean? I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That that's not. Yes, it is definitely Pink Whitney, honey. Yes, please. Shout out to the New Amsterdam and the Pink Whitney, and thank you, Necole. That part.
You are more than welcome.
Somebody brought Pink Whitney to my house on Sunday.
And what happened?
I haven't drunk it yet. It's still here, but I haven't drunk it yet.
Oh, you supposed to put that in the freezer, baby.
Baby, if you mix that Pink Whitney with some pink lemonade, the frozen concentrate, and I can make you a little daiquiri child, OMG, it's everything. It's everything. I tell you, ooh, baby, love and happiness. Do you hear me?
Jawaka Tima say them beef tips finally got to him.
Girl, that took a long time for that to move through there. Hey, Justin Jeff, that took a long time for that to move through that. Child, I need y'all to share this live.
Like this live.
Love this live. And most of y'all have a watch party or something. And we're gonna come right back. I'm gonna go take a commercial break because guess what? We got a special guest in the building, and she's been waiting in the trenches. And we're back. So, child, look, I was trying to, I had to realize the other day that we are a late night talk show, so it's okay for us to drink. And I was trying to refrain from smoking and all that kind of stuff on the show. But I had a whole show before this, and I didn't really get to smoke and get my gym before I had to come on here with y'all.
Miss Thing, you are fucking painted.
Thank you.
Just tip the hat back a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yes. Let me see that brow and stuff.
Thank you, girl. And speaking of painting, let me tell y'all.
Who you had?
Now, mind you, Necole, Chevelle called me earlier tonight to give her tips for her crease and stuff.
I did. And I didn't use none of them.
Thank goodness. See, that go to show you. You do not have to take advice from everybody.
No, I didn't use any of them. But I did, what?
I was trying to elevate people.
Well,
I was trying to elevate people.
Oh.
I don't need you to elevate me, just. I just need you to walk beside me, Jeff.
Okay.
No, don't elevate me, just. I'm good. But what I did use tonight, once again.
Hi, Paris. We love you.
My girlfriend Patrick Starr, she strikes again, child. I tell you, I love it. I love the product. It's everything. It's called One Size. It's a palette, bitch, and you can get your judge. Those things in those little containers, that is not lipstick. Those are eye poppers, and you put that on your lid, and look at how the pigmentation is, and the pigmentation is so sick. So for all of you girls and guys that like to wear makeup, check out One Size Beauty at Sephora. That's what possesses, and everything, all my shadows and my blush and my contour and everything is from that palette. I actually got painted out of that one palette tonight. So I love the palette. The pigmentation is everything, girl. But of course, you do all the stuff and then you mix stuff up and all that. It's sickening.
Yeah, well, it looks really, really good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Tio said that too. Child, when Tio say something look good, you gotta run with it, because child, that's.
Girl, I be scared of Tio.
Did you sit behind that lens, honey?
Girl, after you did a photo shoot with Tio, you feel like you have been sexually harassed, bitch. I have want to go file a police report when I finish.
You sexy bitch.
You sexy bitch. You better give it to me, you fucking bitch.
You whore.
You whore. I said, well, hold on, baby. Just tell me something happened right.
I ain't got man add up, but it make me feel good because I know Trey don't even talk to me like that.
No, girl, I would put the trade out.
Trey don't talk to me like that, bitch. I almost gave T.O. some pussy.
I had finished with the photo shoot. I had went in there and was packing my stuff. The child said, well, girl, what's wrong? I said, no, I don't know if I have been raped. I feel a little violated.
But then when the pictures come out though, you be like, bitch.
I think I had one to go to the Houston Police Department, bitch, and file a report.
No, we was just gonna go to the Houston Police Department and see who's gonna get out at 12. see what kind of train we gonna pick up, but girl, hey Sean. But when the pictures come out, bitch, you be like, oh, all of that T.O. called me. Oh, that worked. Mm-hmm. That really worked. That really did. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna bring in our next guest. She's a former Miss Continental Plus. She's a former Westland Grand Empress, if I'm not mistaken, right? Now?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's from Chicago, Illinois, and she always have a lot to say, bitch. I'm telling you, whether it's good or bad or indifferent, you might like her, you might love her. But this, you might not. But this is my niece, and she always have an opinion or a point of view. Please show some love for Cheyenne Valentino. Hi, Cheyenne.
What's up, June? Hey,
all right.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, Neil.
I thought you was going to be in drag.
Girl, no, ma'am. I'm Trey. You know I'm a butch queen.
Bitch, you're Trish.
I was saying, now, which one is it? Is it Trey or is it Butch Queen?
I'm a mixture of the two, depending on who it is.
Trish.
Well, let me say this to you. So, you know, you won't be like confusing people or nothing like that. Because, see, that's the problem with people like you and Coffee and all of y'all. Y'all don't mind calling this sister over there Trey. That's not Trey. So you're not Trey. You a Bush queen that wear wigs.
I can accept that.
Yeah. And you know, here lately, you know, hey Randy Rochelle, shout out to my sister Randy Rochelle.
I love
you. you know, back in the day when we came out, they were called daddy girls. It wasn't no Bush queen, this, that, and the third. So now, you know, Tamika used it because she's an old school girl. Tamika X, shout out to Tamika X. She used daddy girl all the time, and so some daddy girls can call me, girl. What's a daddy girl? Bitch, a Bush queen. Oh, I like that better than Bush queen. Okay, well, hey, daddy girl.
I think I like Butch Queen better.
I think Butch Queen is better.
I like Butch Queen better. Yeah,
yes.
I like Butch Queen better.
Well, you would, Cheyenne, being that it say Queen at the end. So why do you like it better, Neil?
Because
of the same thing.
Because of Butch. You said what?
I said because of the same thing.
Yeah, a Butch Queen can sound better than a daddy's girl. Like a girl is the lowest thing in a totem pole, but a queen is up there.
Wait, a girl is the lowest thing in the totem pole.
It's the lowest thing in the totem pole.
As far as like when you say father, mother, son, daughter.
You're speaking from a family tree aspect.
Yeah, from a family tree aspect. But a queen is like up there.
You might as well call them a daddy girl, bitch, when they get beat the brakes off. They be hollering about fuck my pussy.
Oh yeah, see, I don't do that. So yeah.
No, that's nasty to me. I hate when a boy says.
Conversation. I know how this goes.
When a boy refers to their ass as that.
And I don't even know how we even got into that. And I just think I was taken aback by Cheyenne just saying that she was any type of trade. We just go no.
To the outside world that don't know me, they don't know what it is. I can be whoever I need to be, like a chameleon, depending on who it is and the time of the day.
So, do you change your voice?
I do sometimes, depending on who it is.
Okay.
Absolutely. Bitch.
Well, you better not never let me hear you do it, because you know what I'm talking your real voice, bitch.
And sometimes, Cheyenne, okay, I'm gonna say this. Unless I know you a certain type of way, when I see you, if you always in drag or whatever, I'm gonna think I'm gonna call you girl, all this and that. Bitch, if I tell you Cheyenne post some stuff that I'll be like, man, dang, are you serious? But I have to realize, oh, okay, well, bitch, she just do drag. She ain't, okay. Well, all right, Cheyenne, you better, because you had posted a picture, you and the person, and y'all was almost like, y'all remember that Janet Jackson thing where she had Renee holding the titties, and again, Cheyenne was behind the child, but she wasn't holding the titties because they ain't had none. When she was wrapped around them like this, and I thought, oh, look at Cheyenne.
my trans man friend.
Yeah, girl, yeah, girl.
See, I was not expecting it to go that way. I thought you was about to say somebody was holding Cheyenne titties.
No, they weren't holding Cheyenne titties. She still had hers on. This person didn't have none.
All right, for the trans man.
I'm gonna change mine around.
Y'all got Cheyenne fucked up.
I love trans.
I got a new label for myself now.
What is it, girl?
What is it?
I am a butch tranny. Shit, everybody else coming up with one. I got a new one too, bitch. We already got all the alphabet.
Hey, all sold up.
I think you should start a club.
What is called, girl?
You say what?
I think you should start a club.
I should start a club.
Yes.
Oh well, shit. If that's the case, a whole bunch of active members already.
Yes, I know. That's why I think you should start a club.
What is called again, Necole?
I'm a butch tranny. And I don't fucked around and cut all my hair off too.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
they say it's like Hardee's, girl.
They say it's like what?
Hardee's.
No, you mean like Arby's.
Arby's, like Arby's.
Don't worry, you'll get it later.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You'll get it later.
Bitch, I tell y'all, I just started smoking, bitch, and I feel good. All right, welcome to the show, Cheyenne, bitch.
Okay, come on, we gotta stay on topic now.
Because this was totally off a topic. But anyway, it was completely off topic though. But tonight, this past week, we have had the DNC going on, and every night it has been somebody totally different speaking on behalf of Biden. And so we hope that you guys have been watching. I have not. I watched the first night, which was really good to me. I didn't get to watch the second night because I was preparing for my show. I'm so sorry, Jeff. But see, I really don't need to. I know what I'm doing. So I really don't need to, like, and Clark said it too, my best friend Clark. Y'all know Clark. Shout out to Clark. I don't need to watch it because I know what I'm gonna do. But I'm so glad to hear all of the people that are riding with him and endorsing him. And even I never can say his name. Come on, Cornelius, I ask you about it.
John.
Because that don't look like what it's spelled. You don't say it like it's spelled. It's Kasich, right? Kasich. Him and 3 other Republicans are endorsing him. I think that's freaking amazing. So I didn't get to watch it. So what happened tonight? I know Kamala Harris had spoke tonight, and I heard that her speech was good.
Tonight was like the best night to me. Well,
yeah,
I've enjoyed all
3 nights, but tonight was about the best.
Yeah, tonight was the best night. I enjoyed every speaker tonight. I enjoyed Nancy. I enjoyed Elizabeth. Obama slam dunked it tonight.
Oh,
I mean,
I can't wait to
because
go back and
I
watch.
was wondering, what is it that you're gonna be able to come behind Michelle and say?
Michelle and say yes, yes.
well, that's what.
He nailed
Yeah.
him to a cross tonight.
Because we talk about, like I said, in the totem pole, you have the husband and the wife. So the husband's gonna come and deliver, and he came and delivered, slam dunked it.
Yeah. Well, he did. He was really good. I actually enjoyed Hillary tonight too.
She was good.
Mama had said the people had came up to her and was saying that if they would have knew what they knew then, that he was gonna be like that, that they would have won out. She said this ain't the time for if you coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Huh, I know that's right. It really ain't.
It was really good.
It really ain't.
What I cannot get over is the level of pettiness that Nancy Pelosi can carry.
No, all of them. Nancy, Obama, all of them.
Yeah, but Nancy carries a whole different kind of petty. And I love it. I look forward to her anytime I see her. When they brought when they stopped them with the postal service stuff, she was in the middle of an interview. And they handed her a note. And when she read that note, Mama said, oh, hold on. Hold on a second, Joe. We're going to get back to this. But.
Child, because, and speaking of the UPS stuff now, child, that's USP, the postal service stuff. Yeah. That's like some of the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I'm just still trying to figure out how any of that legal, because it's not legal here.
It's not legal nowhere. I wouldn't think.
Because Miss Keisha was talking about it today, and Keisha's very, very upset about that. And even though there was like a cease and desist kind of thing where they've stopped, it's too late to put those machines and stuff back into play. Which I think with the expediency that they removed them, they can put it back.
Absolutely.
But what a friend of mine told me, and I was like, I didn't get it at first until I put two and two together. They sent out their rent, and the landlord is saying that they never got it. They saying, well, I put it in the mail and this, that, and the other, and they can't even confirm that it has been sent. So I'm like, so this stuff is really happening?
Yes.
Or are you getting over on your landlord?
Yeah. I mean, it's happening, but I just think for me, the best thing is like what Michelle Obama told you guys the other night. Put on your comfortable shoes and go out there and prepare to stand up and be in lines, long lines.
Please.
And go early vote and do all those things. Like that's the best remedy for me.
She told him, if you're gonna vote by mail, make sure do it today. Do it today.
I mail my rent sometimes, Ephraim, because I'm an individual. My townhouse is individually owned. I'm not. I don't have a. Not townhouse, but condo is individually owned. So I could either take a tour, and if I don't feel like taking a tour, bitch, I drop it off. And even when I was in Florida, I was with a realty company, so I would mail my rent to the realty company. That's why we don't drop it off.
I just want people to go out and just do early voting. Because
really, always works so much better.
Hold on.
I've been doing early voting since like the second time Barack was 2012.
Yeah. You were the one who talked me into doing early voting. That's when I started doing it.
It's so much easier to me. You have like 3-4 weeks prior to the election to go do early voting. It's not a lot of people. You don't wait in line that long.
No,
I think I'm gonna do early voting this year.
Summer. Actually, it was the same day as the march of what's his name? Armand just did the march here. Mm-hmm. The early voting started that day, and I went that day, and I was done in 15 minutes.
Yes, when I went, it was one lady ahead of me.
Yeah, so
and she had a Republican ballot.
But I don't care if you have to put you on a whole hazmat biohazard suit. Please go. Please go. Please, by all means necessary. Like Michelle said, if you think things can't get no worse, yes, they can. And just what we've experienced in these last 4 years should be enough to let you know that. Our country is not even recognizable. And for instance, like racism. Racism always existed, and we didn't always get to see, things firsthand. We start seeing things with cell phones and recordings and all of that. But it has reared its head because it comes from the top. It comes from the president, which makes that it's right,
Yes.
He has allowed people to be comfortable.
I saw Kyla's question, but I'm like, every state has their own guidelines and rules and saying what date does early voting start. And early voting normally starts maybe 3 weeks before the election, 3 to 4 weeks, at least 3 weeks before the election.
3 weeks, yeah.
You can go do early voting, and it's much easier because you don't have that many people in line.
Your district starts theirs.
So I'm not sure exactly what early voting is in Tampa, but normally it's around 3 weeks before the election, the general election date.
See, some people love the adrenaline and the excitement of going to vote that day. But bitch, I don't want to first wait in no line. Everything that's going on right now, baby, the sooner you get it in, the better.
Yes. So please, I encourage everybody to go and do your civic duty and vote, and find out where you can vote in your area and all of that, because we have to do our part. Because guess what? If we don't, girl.
We fucked. Just call it what it is.
There you have it. We'll be fucked. I'm just saying. So please, you guys, do your part, your civic duty. And I know that some people talking about holding their vote, but this is not the time to hold no vote. So you need to find out now what each candidate is doing for you and how you feel that they are helping you in your favor.
So many people are like, it's really no reason why people can't vote these days, because even my church, I go to Ebenezer, which is a church known for voting rights, and it's MLK church. But most churches use polls to the soul type thing. They can do early elections vote on Sunday, Saturdays, all throughout the week. They give you rides to polls. All these different organizations doing. If you don't have a ride, we'll pick you up. Mm-hmm. So it's not a reason why people over 18 cannot go out and vote.
Right.
It's not that they can't vote; it's they don't want to vote. It's not that they can't; they're not wanting to vote
or excited about it. See, they don't have the same factor that they had back when Obama was running. He excited the youth to go.
He really did.
I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. My niece, she went and voted in 2016, and she's like, "Oh, the line was too long," so she didn't vote in Florida. So she's like, her and her two friends got out of the line. So patience is also a virtue in voting process. You have
absolutely.
But
it makes it even worse. Have celebrities like Puff Daddy endorsing that.
Yes,
they're holding the black vote if you don't come out with some type of agenda specifically telling us what it is that you're going to do for us.
But guess what?
That also is affecting the vote as well.
They had an entire primary election season that they could have brought up all of those issues that they had.
Absolutely.
We clearly had who our nominee was before you to bring these issues up. And at that point, what are you going to do? Bitch, our ultimate goal at this point, I don't give a fuck if the troll was running on the Democratic Party. If we don't get him out of here, we may not in the next 4 years.
But see, that's how Republicans think. Republicans think like that. Republicans stick together, good, bad, or indifferent. Unfortunately, Democrats are kind of like
thank
black
God
people.
Some of them are coming over. Thank God some are trying to. And four is not.
They're the weak ones that's coming over, though.
But see, I don't even consider them as being weak. What I do consider that is going on with the Republican Party I don't think that they don't want him either. But it's at a point that they're getting all of their agendas pushed through. So as long as they can get all of their agendas pushed through, they're fine with
They're fine with him being there.
Or no civility or any of the other stuff going on, because it's not affecting them, because they're getting what they want pushed through.
Also, when we talk about people like Puff Daddy is a part of the 1%. So Puff Daddy is benefiting greatly from Trump anyway.
Yes.
But he have his fans too, and
his fans might not be benefiting from Trump, but Puff Daddy himself is benefiting from a lot of the tax break of Trump.
Yes.
So Puff Daddy can make comments like that because either way to him, it's not going to really matter. So if Trump wins another election and gives these tax breaks to these companies, Puff is going to benefit from that.
Yeah, he benefits from all of it.
All of it.
So
all of my friends that are Black that makes over $100,000 a year have said the exact same thing to me, that this has been the best year financially, best 4 years they've ever had, the most money they've ever made with Trump being in office. Now, a couple of them said they don't give a fuck, they're still not going to vote for him. But Necole, Jamal that owns the Jeffrey Pub, he's a big Trump supporter, and his whole thing was, bitch, I'm about money, so that's who I'm voting for. So that's where it's coming in at, like you said, as long as those agendas are passed, and that's how my mother used to say, the rich get richer and the poor get poor.
Well, and that aspect to me, I don't have a problem with somebody voting the way they want to vote.
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to vote for your beliefs and your values. So that just means other people need to go out and vote too.
Right.
Because when I cast my vote, I'm not voting thinking about what Cheyenne, Chevelle, or Necole want me to vote for. I'm thinking about voting about myself.
Yeah.
But see, the younger generation is an entirely different generation, and they follow these celebrities and what these celebrities say and what these celebrities do. And when you have big time celebrities saying, hold your vote until a specific agenda is given to the Black community, what is it that the Black community wants specifically said and done? That's my thing.
Well, hopefully we'll get Beyonce to say something, because they think she hung the stars and the moon and the sky. So if she says something, bitch, then we might be going somewhere.
Young people aren't really following Puff Daddy anyway.
That's why I said Beyonce.
And
that's why I said Beyonce.
I saw a young Black dude on live the other day, one of my heterosexual friends, and he was like, actually my cousin is one of them, and he feels like his exact words like, shit, this the best years ever. We getting free money. We ain't got to buy kids no motherfucking school supplies. Stupid. And I'm just looking at the live like, wow, how ignorant people sound, because they don't have to buy the kids school supplies, child. Stupid.
But at the end of the day, I need y'all to go vote. I need y'all to really go out there and vote. And the kids are going back to school, and their first day was it yesterday?
No, for a lot of them it was last week.
Okay, they just started back here this week, I think. And I went to my cousin's house and was talking to her. Her grandson was on the computer doing his homework, and so I started asking him, how is it for him to go to school virtually? He said, and he, out of his words, he said, I like it. It's fine. Nana make sure I go to school and, make sure I'm paying attention and this and that. I said, well, I know she do. So then she enters the room, but I'm still talking to him. And so I asked him, I said, well, when do y'all take breaks? He said, we take breaks after every subject. I said, okay. And then I said, is it a long break? He said, no, it's not long. And I said, but y'all do have a lunch break. He said, yeah. And then my cousin said, and that's when the problem started. And I was like, well, what happens when after lunch? She said, they started out with 22 in the class at that morning. And he said out his own mouth, because she said, tell him how many it is after lunch. It's 8.
Well, 8 is a lot to me because
Are you serious?
we started school. Well, the teachers at we started school 2 days ago, and most teachers have like between 5, 6, 7 students in their classroom. So the most I've heard in any classroom is 12 students.
And what y'all normally have on the regular?
Well, we have like a little over 1,400 students in our building. But on Monday, 307 logged in on Monday, and then yesterday, 400 some logged in on Tuesday. On Wednesday, no kids don't have class on Wednesdays, but we haven't even had half of the school logged in yet.
Kids don't have school on Wednesday.
Well, because in the virtual environment, Wednesday is the day for the teachers to do professional development, make calls, lesson plans, all those types of things.
So now they go to school 4 days out the week? And then for the ones that don't even want to clock in, they don't even want to go there. So now you have a 3 day, you actually are three days of the week. And y'all don't want to go for them 4? Let me I had
my school district haven't even started yet. They haven't even figured out how they're going to do this whole situation, because I work with special ed kids. So it's hard enough keeping them focused without masks on and proper procedures. So that's the challenge there.
Well,
how is that going to work?
My niece is a 12th grade Down syndrome student, but she's not going to school like this year because her immune system is already compromised. So she's doing work from home, but it's okay that she's at work from home.
And that's most of the students that I work with, because I travel to different schools, but most of them have different immune system issues. A lot of them are on meds. So and it's just hard. And I'm in an area where these parents are aristocratic rich folks, and they're not even used to taking care of these kids. They're used to these kids being at school 8 hours a day. So it's just all twisted and messed up for them.
Zodiac, that's exactly what a conversation I was having with Chevelle earlier was saying that I feel so sorry for this generation of kids because they're so far behind and set back because a lot of those kids need that hands-on kind of teaching.
Absolutely.
No, the ironic thing about it, the school systems that's like wanting their kids in school, like I'm just speaking from Atlanta, and people in Atlanta will know, like the Gwinnett County, the Cobb County, those schools where you have middle and upper class white families, a lot of white families, those schools and those kids they probably wouldn't suffer as much doing virtual learning because they can afford to tutors to come and all that kind of stuff. Virtual learning really hurt those inner city Black students and Latino students.
Yeah,
because they can't afford it, and most of them are already like a year, 2, 3 years behind
already.
Yes, so virtual learning really hurts those urban school settings.
Well, from my cousin told me when they came back from lunch and she entered the room, the teacher herself said to her, "Thank you so much for coming back and having him come back, because as you see, most of the class didn't come back. So I want to thank you for doing it." And I'm like, the teacher, that's crazy. And this is a 3rd grader. And I don't know, was it you, Neil, who told me about somebody in the dad that was back there in the back doing something?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
The dad is smoking a weed.
Yes, we was doing virtual learning, and the student behind, like he was at the table, but daddy was behind him, rolling the blunt and smoking, then start smoking the blunt, right? On the call.
In the back.
Yes, in the background.
And here in Chicago, he could have got in trouble for that here. He could have got in trouble for that here in Chicago. If they reported that.
I don't even know.
But it's just crazy how that kind of stuff happens. Let me show y'all this I came across, and I had came across this on Instagram, I think it was. And let me show y'all this.
Fuck your class, bitch. fuck wrong with you?
That's okay. You can just leave then.
Bitch, I graduated. Suck my dick.
Good for you. Stop. This is not at all appropriate. Then why are you in a high school class right now?
Because I'm fucking a big backwood.
Yeah, big B wood.
No. That's great.
You like that bitch up? Like that bitch up? Man,
Big wood. Big wood.
Big wood, man.
Cool. I hope you know that all these meetings are recorded and you probably just got your sibling expelled. So congratulations.
That's on his motherfucking ass. We were talking. Yeah.
Students, we're not going to tolerate that type of behavior at all. You're not going to be disruptive. We will. Go ahead and you can delete, remove him out, Ms. Scott.
He's going to be going.
Thank you. And really, everyone should be on mute unless Ms. Scott gives you permission to speak. So, Cameron, if you could put yourself on mute for me, please.
The young man who was saying that, he's back on. How do you delete him out? How do you delete him out the class?
You can remove him again, and every time he comes back, you can remove him again.
See, he keeps coming back in.
Just keep removing him.
And I'm going to keep motherfucking rejoining. Fuck you talking about?
Students, we're not going to tolerate.
It's crazy. It's getting out of hand.
That is so disheartening to me. And what hurts me to see that is the fact that there are other kids there that are trying to learn, but they're going to be constant distractions. Being in virtual teaching, you're already being distracted as it is, and you're not getting
by your surroundings.
But yet you still have other people who are on there, and they're going to disrupt the whole thing because they're not trying to learn, you know, and that's just making it so bad for them. I feel so bad for this generation. That is really sad to see and very hurtful to watch.
And it's not even, and it's really even worse because it's affecting our teachers to the point where even the younger teachers are starting to retire and leave now because they're just over it. And it's going to get to a point where we don't even have educators to continue educating these kids.
After seeing that, that would make me want to quit because because you don't have no control over them at this
girl,
point.
Imagine being in a school and taking down kids my size that's 12 years old that also have mental disabilities. Girl, it's a lot. So I can only imagine what it's like virtually doing it. I can only imagine because it's a lot in the classroom.
Any of it was funny.
Well,
what do you have to say, Neil?
I mean, no, it's happening at all schools. Like even today, we had to suspend a student. Yesterday it happened, but we had to suspend him today and call his parents because he thought it would be appropriate, like while the teacher's talking, you know, the teacher tells you to mute your microphone while they're teaching or whatever, but this student decided to play WAP during the class session. So while the student's playing WAP, it's hard, like even if the teacher mutes you, you can go and unmute yourself. So it was a whole big foolishness. And the kids are gonna do it. I mean, the kids are gonna be kids, they're gonna try, they're gonna find ways to be actually this kid took over the screen. That's what the kid did. They didn't play the music. Like he took over the screen and then played the video from YouTube.
So this is my thing. When I've been on my Zoom meetings with staff, they have it to where we can't even control unmuting ourselves. It's one person that controls everybody's mute button.
Yeah, like Chevelle.
Well, we don't use Zoom because it's no way for the county to monitor. They monitor Microsoft Teams, so they have to go through Teams.
Well, yeah, for the kids, yeah, but for us,
so when the
bad.
kids are going through Microsoft Teams, if somebody decides to share their screen, then they're sharing theirs, and it's hard to take over it. So that person
before she go crazy.
Well, no, we can't add her because now we're gonna go into something else that she can't even talk about in a minute. So
Cause baby, she finna lose her mind.
I know it, but so I know everybody has heard in the news about Sweetie Pie's Tim Montgomery and Miss Robbie and him allegedly murder for hire for his nephew, Andre, I think is his name. This is like the saddest thing I have heard in this caliber, like in a very long time. Like, this is your nephew. This is your nephew. And I never even seen like his parents or anything to know about like the son. It's a video out of Robbie at the visual, and she's talking about him and how she's saying that it's a setup that'll never happen again. How it was a setup, how he got the phone call and he went outside and he would never do that. You see Tim going with her to the house and you doing all of these things, and you allegedly had him killed for $450,000.
Which is already crazy to me. I've never watched the show, but for someone to take a $450,000 policy out for someone who was not even your child, and it was a secret policy, that's already suspicious. So even if this person died, you didn't think the insurance company was going to investigate this? Because that's just very abnormal.
Yeah, but I believe that is what happened, and I believe that he took the insurance policy out with the nephew knowing. It was Ms. Robbie who didn't know anything about any of that. And what's really weird to watch,
didn't even know though.
This weekend they were they kept showing different clips from when all of that happened. Now, if he was sitting up there and he was able to sit there and talk about all of this stuff, knowing that he had something to do with that, there's no telling what else that he has done or what he's capable of doing.
But and I don't even know if this is from when he did go to jail this time, but if it's from the last time, whenever you have a smile on your face.
Yeah.
You have a smile on your face.
Except that Jennifer was saying from basketball.
Exactly. Hi, Kennedy. Thank you. There go Kennedy, everybody.
She here.
Hey.
Because, bitch, I thought she was going to report the show or something.
Shut up, Nicole.
No, I'm not going to shut up.
Now, what you were saying, Cheyenne?
I didn't know that Jennifer from Basketball Wives dated him.
Yes.
She wasn't dating him like that. They went out a couple of times, but he was stalking her.
No, she dated
that's
him.
who she was talking about on the show?
Yes. No, she dated him, Nicole.
I thought you were saying like they just went out a couple of times. No, it wasn't like that.
She dated him.
It's pictures of them together and everything.
Yes, he opened up a Sweetie Pie's here in Houston, and I thought I had a picture of him and her together, but he opened up a Sweetie Pie's here, and she would come here. My son was a manager at that Sweetie Pie's, and then they had Hurricane Harvey, and so it closed down, but they ended up going back to work. So he kind of owed my child some money because he never got paid. Never got paid during that time. But
he can hang it up now.
He sure can hang it up now. But they were together, and she would come to the store, to the restaurant here. So, but she did say that he was crazy and he was stalking her.
Yeah, it's just a sad situation all around. I had
he was murdered in 2016.
A picture of him hugging his mama and the love that she had when she was looking at him. And I said, can you just imagine the way she feels that she's never going to be able to look at him like that again?
That's heartbreaking. Oh my God.
It's completely heartbreaking.
So for those that watch the show, what type of relationship did Andre and Tim have on the show? Because I never watched the show.
He was their uncle, like, you know, because he was like second, he was like right up. That's your uncle.
Yeah,
I think he was a little harder on Andre than he was the little gay with Charles.
Yeah, he was hard on him, but it seemed like in a caring way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was concerned about him getting the education and getting his life on track. That's the way.
The graduation.
Yeah, I think Tim fell into some hard times opening those restaurants. And it's just a fucked up situation that he did.
Whoever this David Arts is really needs some work. Cause baby, he be on everything. You can have a casual post that say, "Hey Neil, how you doing today?" And he is gonna come in there and he do logos and graphic art, baby. You better promote yourself.
You so better, but David,
I'm gonna get you to
no, just grab a picture from any of us on here and just send it to us, and we'll promote you. That's all we'll do. Just make us want to send it to us. We'll promote you, Jeff.
The comments in your inbox.
Shit. See, I don't trust that.
Well, y'all just promoted him, so let's move on.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Yeah, you got yours, and you ain't even send us the 5 or the 10.
Yeah, okay. Because I wasn't gonna say nothing. But anyway.
Yeah, he was bothering me just as bad.
It's just so heartbreaking to know that your uncle, that makes me that girl, your uncle, somebody that you trusted with you know, you trust your family with your life.
But the Bible also speaks about that too. Your family turning their back on you.
And I'm gonna use the restroom.
Family can do you the worst. I think that's just it's a sad situation all the way around for all parties involved in any of that.
Family can do you the worst, and especially when money involved, that makes it worse. When money involved, that makes it worse.
Right. When you are with a family of that caliber, you've made that kind of money. So it shouldn't even be like for that. That's not even enough. There's not even enough money.
And well, I'm not gonna say that.
It's really not compared to all of the seasons that you've had and the money from being on television and stuff. I mean that is like a low blow. That's like dope fiend money.
That was fucked up with all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just very suspicious to take a life insurance policy of that magnitude out on anybody. Even if it was my child, that's a lot to take out on my child. Especially if I'm not like a millionaire already, that's just a lot of money. I'm like, how much are you paying a month for that life insurance policy?
But this is gonna sound really terrible of me, but there are parents who think, and he wasn't the parent, but there are parents who think that, oh, my child is out here bad, and you're gonna end up dead.
Oh well, that's different.
And you better off
dead. Maybe he was thinking that way, but let me go ahead and rush it up, since that's what people think anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that I understand. Like, my grandmother used to have a policy on my uncle because he was out doing drugs and doing all this kind of stuff and in and out of jail all the time. That's different than you setting up a family member to get killed.
But Miss Robbie used to read the shit out of Tim always anyways.
Yeah.
Tim always used to do shit. He always used to do shit. Miss Robbie got pissed because he wouldn't ask her first and get in debt.
When his first show first started, he had just got out of jail.
Yeah.
For robbery, if I'm not mistaken. And she sued him before.
Oh, well, see, the Bible says if you steal, you'll kill next. So.
Embarrass me. Now, I'm sure they say it down in St. Louis, too.
Okay.
I ain't never heard that in no scripture.
Oh, Kenny, you don't know Bible like I know Bible.
Oh, I will find it though. Trust and believe me, and I will call you on it.
Call me, sweetheart.
Oh, I will.
If you lie, you steal. If you steal, you will kill.
Yeah, that's not in the Bible. That is one of the old things from there.
Yes, that is not scripture.
It's scripture to me. If my grandma said it, it's word.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. Now, if your grandma said it, that means that is bond. You can call it.
Bond, but that ain't
my
word.
grandmama also said, "Turn the lights off while it's raining and get off her phone."
Turn off the TV.
Turn off the TV. Don't take a shower when it's thunder and lightning outside. Yeah, all of that.
Herb been getting here and take a shower before it starts storming.
Okay. Well, the music came in late on that one, Jeff.
Did she act like the producers had just cut us off?
I mean,
that was just abrupt. She didn't even give us a whoopee go. Hey, we'll be right back.
I was just sending her a message saying, "Bitch, my sound went out."
I know damn well the producer spoke in your ear and told us we have to go. Right.
Well, sometimes the producers just be doing stuff they want to do. They don't even inform me, child, all the time. but child, don't forget we got the after show on YouTube only. So please go subscribe. I need y'all to go subscribe. It don't take long. Just go to YouTube, Chevelle Brooks 75, and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to let you know whenever our point of view or anything that is going on with the Boom Boom Room Presents is going on. So y'all go and check out Chevelle Brooks 75 because we got the after show after this, and we're gonna continue some of this conversation after.
I just felt like what we said wasn't even important.
No, why you feel like that?
It just went to a commercial on our time.
But you walk a teamer. Ain't nobody did that but the walking teamer.
Y'all had went into Bible scriptures and stuff, and that wasn't even on the list for topics today. So the producers had said, while they talking and stuff, let me go on because they had went to another topic, child.
The book of Nicolations.
The book of who?
Nicolations.
Yeah.
But there are things that we need to talk about, and I don't even know if Necole, you know anything about it or anything like that, or you even care. But we do have to talk about this I'm just saying. So I'm gonna ask my sister to stick around, but I'm just gonna take her out because this came about, and I don't want my sister to get missing, but this is All Stars season 6 of RuPaul Drag Race, and we have some of our friends to the show that are RuPaul Drag Race alumni, and so they're coming up with season 6, and they said that this was a leaked picture of who the girls might be in the show. Asia O'Hara, Dora Delano. I don't know who the chick is with the purple hair. That's my grandbaby, so neat. Scarlet Envy, Yada Sophia, Silky Ganache, and the thing is over the face, but that's Cameron. What her name is?
Cameron Michaels.
Cameron Michaels. Okay, but that's not everybody. But that's not even saying that they're on the show. You know how they like to leak stuff and all that kind of stuff. So there's some more people out there, child, that they missing. They missing a lot of black people. Oh, yeah. That's Dan. That's just,
I know a couple for sure too. Be for the All Stars that's not on there. I mean, going to be watching that.
You are?
No.
I just don't feel like they need. I just don't feel like All Stars need to be on after every season. That need to be like every few years or something. Like, I get drained with the All Stars.
I like All Stars.
I do, but I like the All Stars, but it's like it's coming too quickly for me. Like All Stars shouldn't be every other season.
No, it should. It should be,
Like let the girls
see. Shout out to Nikki Diamond Simone with Queen Leia Jewelry and Accessories. She advertised with us here at Our Point of View, so we appreciate you and all the other people that advertise with us that keep us going. Yeah.
You was just in the commercial break, Nikki, that we got cut off on.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. This is why you should not have taken Kennedy out. Me and Kennedy finally agreed on something.
Well, Kennedy cannot speak on the show, so I need to take her out. So, but we needed to talk about it because we do have them on the show. And we do talk about the show because me and you watch the show.
We watch the show.
And I'm sure it's people on here that watch the show also and that support some of the girls. See, like Johnny say Trinity should be on there. So we'll see. There's some people missing. We love you too. It's some people missing, so we need to see. I'm gonna keep my eyes to the screen. I'm sure Nick is too, and we gonna see.
Oh, I keep my ear low to the ground.
Okay.
I actually have some dirt, but I'm not gonna broadcast it on here. I'll talk to you all when we have our meeting.
Damn, we can't talk about it in the after show.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next session. Let me bring Kennedy back. Hey, Kennedy.
Hey.
Okay, we back. So, okay, over the time when I was on my little thing trying to get my gist together, I had came across something else besides Tim that was very disturbing, and it was involving our trans community. I don't want to show the whole thing because I find it quite disturbing, but I did take some of the clips, and this is what I came up with. Share this live.
Love this live.
Have a watch party.
Watch it when it's so bad. You don't want. Wait, he gonna steal my shoes. Why you like that? Go get in the car. What's this? Somebody was on the floor here. No. David. Might help you out. $80. I ain't got the phone though. You good?
Somebody said I need to see that $80. Damn. What the fuck? Oh. I didn't get that.
Hey! She dead, nigga. Get her again.
Damn.
R.I.P. What the fuck?
That's her,
nigga. Bro?
I don't even want to see them. I just want to stop it because
Please.
it went on longer than I even thought that
Okay. I had to leave. I don't want to even watch that anymore.
So it was on the news in California, in LA, of course. It happened in Hollywood. And let me show y'all this. This is why y'all was mad. Why y'all even pick with them? No. Because they were some sickening bitches.
They pretty.
They were sickening. They were beautiful. They are beautiful.
Girls.
And y'all mad because they look like that. And you was attracted.
Did they know they were trans at first?
Yeah, they knew.
Then they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the very first clip, you can hear the guy say, that's a tranny. And then the other would say, that's a dude, man. and it went from there.
Also, that street is, I'm sure that's the same street as Mickey's and the other club that's over there. So of course they know that our kind is on that street, regardless, on both ends.
So you trolled that to go out and pick at someone.
Yeah, you out there because on certain nights of the week, those clubs have the Abbey, all of them, they have certain nights. So of course you're gonna be out there. Ugh.
So if y'all know anything about this, if you're in California or you know anything about them, you follow them or whatever, do your civic duty and
I also would like to commend ABC World News Tonight because they made primetime news tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. They covered the story tonight. So big props up to ABC and World News Tonight.
Yes.
Sometimes when there's something like that slide by.
Attention.
I mean, that is crazy.
They have leads on who the guys are, and that they will be charged with robbery, assault, and hate crime.
Girl, oh my God, it's just like this. I don't know y'all watched it, but it's like when I watched, I literally like fell into tears because I couldn't believe what I was watching. And for no reason. The child took her shoes.
And did all of that. And you already hurt the child. But then
you want to throw the bike at her.
Hire a scooter and throw it and hit this child.
But then
because you have insecurities and you can't take.
And then you said in your video, because he has a video out saying how he wants to be with Master P and No Limit and all this, that, and the third. But I've been watching Master P's No Limit Chronicles, and Master P don't get down with the violence. Master P has a gay child himself. So you think you finna do that and he finna sign you? No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
His dumb ass probably don't even know that.
Girl, what's our sister name that used to walk around?
I want to encourage all of my trans sisters, not just my trans sisters, but my whole entire community. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yes. And have you something in your purse.
And have something on you where you can help yourself when those kind of situations arise.
I totally agree.
And if you can legally stop that,
I'm from
get
Chicago,
you a gun.
and I don't know how I even survived running around doing some of the stuff I was doing and being I used to run back in the day with Tierra Russell and them, and we used to be all up in Cabrini Green and carrying on. So but we knew folks and different stuff, and we just wasn't scared. And to think back, maybe we should have.
It was totally different back then.
They need to be like Miss Karen Covergirl and have them a damn hammer.
Henry.
Baby, have you a damn hammer, something that's if you get one of them, baby, I'm telling you, somebody gonna back up if you get one of them real good.
Or a pistol.
That too.
I remember being on the train in New York with Karen Covergirl, and we were all there, me, her, and a few other girls, and the child had said something smart. I turned around to Karen and I say, "Who is he talking to, girl? Is he talking to us?" Mama pulled her hammer out of her purse. She said, "He not talking to us. I promise you, he not talking to us." But bitch, he didn't open his mouth and say nothing else either.
That's how I met Karen. Me and for those of you who don't know, Karen Covergirl is one of the legends from New York City. And in the story, in Pose, they talk about when the girls, I think it was Angelica's character, she carried something in her purse. That was an homage to Karen Covergirl because everybody knew that Karen Covergirl carried that hammer and his name was Henry. And
yes, ma'am.
What was hilarious to me is when you go to Karen, you never knew at what point it was that she took it out of her purse before they checked her purse before we went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took it out her purse on not on me, but she took it out in the dressing room when I first met her in 2007. And she wasn't even on the show.
I met her in the streets with Deja Richards, and she took it out on Deja. but they was playing. But you know, girls, y'all, we gotta protect ourselves.
Please. Please.
And you have to watch your backs, and you have to watch it. And if you with your girl, you protect your girl.
Yeah.
You know
and y'all, guess what? Keep y'all motherfucking head up. Ain't nothing wrong with you for wanting to live how you want to live. Those are people who have problems with their own existence. Don't let them make you have a problem with yours. You walk around and you be proud of whoever you are.
Yeah, so be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
But we'll talk
especially about when you, I mean, not especially, but you are beautifully made. And whoever you blossom into, you're something special. You're someone special, and because you are special, you're going to grab that negative energy. You're going to, you know, that negative energy is going to gravitate to you. So you have to be confident enough in yourself to walk with your head high and be proud of who you have become.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another important reason to make sure you get out and vote, because the idiot in the White House is trying to wipe out our very existence of who we are.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So y'all need to make it just do. Please make your voice heard. And while you're at it, share this live. Okay.
Like this live, love this live, and have your watch party.
Have your watch party, Judge. It's okay. but it's just an outrage, and it's very sad. And we're gonna take a little break now. Producers did tell me this time, y'all, that we was gonna take a break.
Thank you.
Very much.
And we are back.
Oh, girl, I was getting me a piece in here.
Why was I over here jamming my damn song?
You know what they had gave me on the old Continental videotapes when they get ready for swimsuit and the swimsuit music come out. I was like, come on, here come the girls, here come the girls.
I was jamming, bitch. Yes, I was. Shut us live, y'all.
I was ready to see Miss Paris' friends come bump around the corner, bitch.
With a dog or a big ass purse or something. Yes, man, bitch, get our motherfucking juice. I mean to tell you. So I want y'all to know I have been drinking Pink Witness, so I'm going to be getting up as usual throughout the night because I am pissy.
Yes.
Now look, mind you, I don't even have my lineup tonight because I didn't get a chance to run back in the room trying to finish watching the rest of the convention and cut my screen back off.
Child, mind you, I'm just going on the whim, but I know what we're talking about because I got it kind of over here and stuff like that. But now we're gonna move into the topics about pageantry, child. So we're gonna talk about some pageantry, and you know, if y'all do pageants, if y'all like pageants and all that kind of stuff like that. But my first topic I want to talk about: should someone be judged based off what they do off stage in the pageant?
Who's gonna answer that?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I feel as though if you don't want me, let me know that prior. My reputation, all that speaks for itself. You know what I deliver on stage. You know what I'm capable of delivering off stage. So judge me accordingly on that. If I come and I meet the criteria of what you're asking for on that night, and you've allowed me to invest my monies in a package, don't work me based off that. But you can't let me know prior. I don't want your entry fee.
And I feel like they don't. Hold on. I feel like that. I agree with you totally with that, Necole. But I feel like they won't do that.
No. It's a money making business.
Yeah, they're not gonna deny your entry fee.
Yeah, people are trying to make money. So if I know I can make money off Necole and Chevelle and Kennedy and Cheyenne doing my pet, I'm gonna make all my money off you guys. Now,
but you're not gonna have no problem working me at the end of the night.
Well, no, because I'm saying because the person's made their money. Because
my question was, so since it's a money business to you, and you may not like what you know of me off stage, will you work me in the event I do your pageant and you don't want to have to deal with me that year?
I think most pageant owners probably like going to a pageant saying, okay, I have this person who I want to win, but you know, if Necole is in that position where like, oh, she could win, then I have a decision to make.
Then that means that you're cheating.
Well, it's a lot of things that happens like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying what we gonna call it exactly what it is.
Yeah, because for other people, it's a business.
Right.
And
so then, therefore, you run an unfair business.
But it's a business for us too.
Right. You know, so that means there's no consideration for my money, preparation, and time that I've invested into it.
They made reference to others at the beginning. But I just don't. What you gonna say, Neil?
You can go ahead.
I just think that they're not gonna do that because, like you said, they want their money. But you know, if you don't be mad at the end of the day.
If I whoop one of y'all ass.
However, you know, I've been to certain pageants, and it's like you going to the pageant prior to one contestant coming on stage, you already saying, oh, you know, this person's gonna win the pageant. That's before the pageant even starts, and that's all. I'm sure all of us have been to a pageant, and we said, "Oh, such winning the pageant," and that's before the pageant even started. So we've already judged that person and gave that person a crown based off what they do done off stage,
or they have done in other pageants.
Right. It's not based off what they've done off stage. It's based on what you know that they're capable of doing.
Yeah, but in my situation, when I have done Black pageants, not saying that I should have won those pageants, but some of them I do think I should have gotten a higher placing. But they said, "Oh, well, she didn't bring us what she brought to US of A, or she didn't bring to what we brought." Bitch, they didn't either. They bought a gospel. They bought a.
Before you venture off in that, to Chevelle, that's leading into the expectation part. We're not talking about the expectation part yet.
That's true.
We talking solely based off of the
what
person
they do on stage
and on. Right.
Well,
can I respond?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I'm like on both sides. I agree on both ends. I agree with what Necole is saying, and but what I wanted to say was like in reference to your question, Chevelle, I was thinking is if it was a national pageant and they had multiple days. Now that's where I agree, where I feel like they should be judged, because like me competing, even for All American Goddess, I competed 2 times, and where there were, you know, multiple days, and Miss US of A 4 times where there were multiple days. And I just really feel like what you do during the week of competition is important. I mean, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, what you wear after
during the week of competition.
Right.
But what about all these times these
Quiet.
days.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like they should. I don't feel like they should judge based off of like your
You could have just got
so-called
into it with somebody
reputation.
on Facebook.
No. Well, I was questioned because of a comment that I made. What I believe it was the second year I ran for US of A. Connie Joe asked me a question off of what I said on Facebook. But I stand by everything that I post. But I do not feel like they should judge you based on a so-called reputation that you may have, because they don't know you personally. This may be judged off the basis of what you done heard.
Yeah, and not only that, I think that when you go into a competition or situation, you make those terms with people that you recognize it as a job. So I do know if I in the event that I win, I know to refrain from some things because I know what your expectation is of me.
Right.
Or what it is that you're looking for. But if you flat out the gate already know before I get there that you're not gonna let me win, don't take my money.
I think
at the end of the night, I don't want no shit.
Hold on,
everybody.
What you say? What you say, Chevelle? I'm sorry. I'm so in tune to what y'all saying, girl.
We haven't heard from you, so you as the guest, we need to hear how you feel in your point of view of the question.
Well, no, they should not judge you, but they do, of course. And somebody mentioned something about I think Kennedy mentioned how they go off a lot of times about what they hear. That happens, period, in the community. We don't ever take the time to get to know people first. We always base our judgments oftentimes by what we hear. And I myself have been a victim of doing it and have been a victim of it. But in pageantry, no promoter is going to I do know one national promoter that did turn away a contestant at one of his prelims and didn't want her to do the pageant, and he explained to her why. And although he lied to her about something he was going to do for her, I still feel that was respectable, at least that he told her, no, don't come to the pageant, and I'm not going to take your money. So I think people should do that, but of course that's not going to happen.
I don't think it will either. I think that
as a judge, if I'm judging and I've heard something or I saw something myself and there's an interview process, if there's an interview, I'm going to ask her. I am, because I want your truth, and I'm not going to judge you, but I want your truth. I want the real you to come out, show me who you are. So if I heard this, I'm going to ask. Or if I heard it from you myself, because it's a lot of it's quite a few girls who not quite a few, but some girls' actions, some girls' actions that I'm like, no, if this is how you feel, then I'm gonna call you out on it, because first of all, if I'm the queen, this is my baby. So what is your purpose?
But it's also the owner's baby. So speaking of owners, Neil.
Well, I've definitely had people. I understand both sides, but however the cards fall, they fall, because I can name several kings and queens who I did not want going into the pageant. Chevelle, you just gonna go live like that?
I did this on the call too.
Several times.
I have people who I did not want to win the pageant, but I'm so thankful they won. So sometimes it works out for the best, but see, on a newcomer level, newcomers don't have reputations as much as on the veteran level. So it's
correct.
So I don't have to deal with a lot of things that maybe a promoter on a national level will have to deal with, because newcomers are just finding themselves. They're new, and it's just different. Now I've had people who I did not want to win, who won, and I end up enjoying them. But as far as if I was a promoter of a pageant that was a national pageant with 15, 20 prelims, it's some people that I'm not sure could carry the torch of that.
Well, you said the newcomers and them finding it. So they the ones kind of like keep us entertained.
I love it. Why should a judge get in your personal business? Because you aired it.
Well, and yeah, and that's why we're here on our point of view.
Right. If you put it out there on social media and you act a certain way in public and around our community, your community is who judge you. That's who be on the panel. It's not like they not blind to how you acting.
And you want to be a national queen, so you
and you extra microscope actually.
And
yes,
so you put yourself out there to be judged.
Yes.
You know, so that's why when somebody said to me through someone else, if I didn't walk the walk and talk the talk, that I would never be. So therefore, until I did become who I thought was, I'm gonna say this: once I won Miss USA, I felt like, you know, I could let my guard down then, because it was a lot of stuff that they didn't know about me because I didn't let it be seen. And then we didn't have social media like we do now anyway. So therefore I knew how to act, which I always do in public and this and that, and I don't let people see a certain side that I wouldn't want y'all to see. I know how to hold myself in a particular way, you know. So
yeah. I believe I was one of the girls that had it the hardest because being Miss Gay Black US of A was like one of my hardest reigns ever. I cried the first 6 months was very hard for me. I cried a lot.
Thank you,
and it was not a good reign because, you know, of the backlash from the system, period, of for having the system, and because I was young and I was just always told that, you know, people gonna always be looking at you, and really because during that time I wanted to be accepted by my own community. Like I wanted to be Miss Black Universe and Miss Black America and all of that. So it was like somebody's gonna always be looking at you. You need to always be on your A game. And when I walked through the door at the US of A events, I was looked at funny and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, I get it, but it did nothing but make me the person that I am today, and more aware of my brand and who I am as Kennedy Davenport. But it was not a good run.
Well,
it's like that for girls from Chicago with Continental. If you from Chicago trying to be Miss Continental Plus, bitch, it's extremely hard. The girls that live in the city where the pageant, I don't want to say created because it wasn't created here, but where the pageant is home to, have it the hardest to win the pageant. And you would think it would be the opposite around.
They see them all the time. They actually see them growing up. As Necole was one of them, you know, and Necole was one of them who they said would never be, because
I was one of them. I was that person too.
And so y'all could speak, you know, on behalf of that, because, you know, they said that you would never be, but he got to see another side of y'all, and evidently that wasn't true. Because
we proved them wrong.
But that's some pageants. That's not all.
Did he get to see another side of them, or did they just absolutely win? You had no choice to crown them.
Both.
It was a little bit of both.
Well, that ain't too much. But let me.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
Well, what I'm gonna say is, I find it very hypocritical of people to tell you, oh, well, we want you to be your authentic self, and we don't want a carbon copy of this person. We already have a person like that. But the moment that you don't meet up to their expectations, then there's something wrong with you. Oh, y'all got a problem with Necole. She's out getting drunk and all of this. Yes, Necole is going to enjoy her life to the fullest. I don't have a problem with y'all piled up in the bathroom stall getting blasted and walking around. And then when the people walk up to speak to you, you can barely talk to them because your motherfucking mouth is numbed up. But you have a problem with me. I also have a problem with people when they say that you cannot speak your mind and you can't say this or you have to keep quiet. But it's always all right for those same people who are pushing that agenda on you for them to turn around and openly say whatever the fuck they want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with all that. That is exactly why I march and beat by my own fucking drum. Either you like it or you don't. If you don't, you know what to do. If you do, let's,
Well,
and that's exactly how I look at all of it.
Like, but you're drunk, like, wherever, however they see you, and I'm in the same, I'm in the same boat. So what I'm about to say is it goes for me too.
I'm listening.
Drinking and having a good time and getting full never affected my work.
That's what I say.
Right, you never seen you, and I have gotten full, but baby, I didn't start falling out until I got in the car.
But see, it's this.
No, it's not always that to me. It's
we are judged. It's not always that, but we are judged and looked at a lot harder than our counterparts, especially when it comes to that. It's just like how they didn't want certain black girls getting naked, but the white girls could get naked and they wouldn't say anything to them. It's the same thing. They know those folks being, like Necole said, in the stalls, getting cocaine out of their mind, but nobody says shit to them. But let Necole talk a little loud, being drunk. Oh, she's belligerent. She's loud. She's this. Well, she was just the same way off of her coke. Nobody said anything to her.
People would just put that on you because they want to. I give you a prime example. Me and Cheyenne were at the Baton together. I had just walked in the door when I walked in and walked upstairs to speak to her and a few other people around. Hadn't I even been there, literally just walked in the door. And people turned around and was like, oh, hey, Necole here. Necole's like, hey, baby, how y'all doing? The first thing they came and said, y'all can't be up here getting drunk and loud like y'all doing. Bitch, I just walked in the door. I just walked in the fucking door. I ain't even had a drink.
So they automatically think that you are drunk. Like, I've been accused of that several times on many occasions. I have a natural, crazy, girl, what's the tea type persona about myself. I do. So just because I got a cocktail in my hand don't mean that I'm wasted.
Oh, but they say all the time, oh, she high.
It's two different things. Maybe black girls and boys are held to a different standard, and also
they are not maybe they are.
And then also employee and employer is two different things. So you doing one thing as the employee and a person doing this thing as the employer is two different things. So it's not the same.
I'm just saying, and okay, well then I'm not even talking about the employer. I'm talking about the black girl and the white girl.
But
I'm talking about the same thing. We will get judged and ridiculed so much harder than they will.
Yes, they do.
We still talking about racism now. Kamala just did a whole subject on it in her speech. So no, people are not going to say that that's not what that is something that don't happen. That constantly happens.
And even I learned a lot. Like I got to travel more. I got to travel more as Miss Continental Plus and being around different promoters and friends of promoters and stuff. It was a much needed learning experience about the business and the people involved with the business. And you do see a difference on how they treat the whites and the blacks. There is, and I hate to say it, but certain people do. There is a difference.
Here go another one. Here go a better one for you. There's another one you can testify to, attest to, Cheyenne. I went to go do a prelim where Cheyenne picked me up from the airport, drove me, not in the state in the city we was at, drove me to a whole nother city. We got to the hotel. I checked in. We later on went to the pageant. By the time the pageant was over and the very next day, I got a call stating that I was at the pageant. I was outside with Sasha Valentino getting high. I read the promoter about my room, and I read the promoter and slammed a drink down at him. Well, for one.
Well, we know you're not slamming no drinks down.
Unless it's down the throat. But for the record,
I never even saw the promoter until the pageant was over because the promoter was at work. They never came and picked me up from anywhere. Me and Sasha Valentino wasn't even speaking, nor were we sitting next to each other. Then all of my numbers, after each one of my numbers, they had a seat for me. I went and sat down behind the judges and was watching the pageant. So the only interaction I had was when we were leaving the building and the promoter told me, hey, baby, I'm sorry I missed it, but I had to work. That's why I had other people running. He handed me my money and I got in the car with Cheyenne and went back to the airport. Am I lying, Cheyenne?
No, I think that was Heart of America.
That wasn't Heart of America. That was in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Because I know Steve usually a lot of times have to miss the pageant for work. Yeah, that was.
I got a call stating that I did all of this stuff. And
I forgot all about that, bitch.
You had to call and say, well, none of that happened.
None of that happened. I remember that.
I wasn't even believed when I said my side of the story.
So we can talk about that and some more about that in the after show. Don't forget y'all go subscribe.
How it happened.
Yeah. So
I have been on prelims with a queen who was white, who was blasted, and they had to carry her out, and nothing was ever said.
And you better hear me.
We can talk about it in the after show. Y'all subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75.
I have some questions about that.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it in the after show. So how do y'all feel about what some perceive you to be versus your reality? So we can talk about that because that's another topic.
What we were talking about too.
That's what I was saying because it kind of ties into what we're talking about because people can perceive you one way and that is not how you really are. And so, I usually get that a lot because people think that I am a certain type of way, but they realize no, that you're really down to earth. That's why I like putting myself out there a lot on Facebook and going live and stuff like that because people do think, but by how we are, our show personas, that we are kind of stuck up and this, that, and the third. But I'm not that. Even when I was on the road as a national queen or on a booking, I constantly get you nothing like how so and so is. Or nothing like that. You nothing like that. You nothing like how I thought you was gonna be, or nothing like. No, bitch, I'm Chevelle. I'm cool.
Or nothing like I heard you were.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about you, but you nothing like that. No, bitch. For me, and that's for anybody on here. So go subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. Bitch, I'm cool. I'm chill, bitch. I just want to go get something good to eat. Bitch, I want to smoke and I want to chill. Bitch, I don't want to be fanned out and all that kind of stuff like that. And I understand that, people, when they meet us, sometimes they are fanned out. But if, I agreed to come with you and, do a show for you or whatever, it's different for Kennedy now. But, but bitch, if I come to you and I do a show for you and I agreed on certain terms, I think enough of you to come there. So don't fan me out like that. Don't think I'm needy. And I'm gonna tell you this, because if you come across a queen that's gonna see that you are vulnerable like that, she's going to use you.
I know
she's going to use.
I know a queen like that. He stay here in Atlanta too.
This. Just make sure I'm comfortable.
Say.
Right.
We'll talk about it in the after show. I will say names because you don't pay my bills.
You know, I just feel like, bitch, if just make sure my living arrangements is okay, my pickup times and my drop off times are right. Make sure I get something to eat. Don't just drop me off and let me fend for myself.
You know, I think with some of you guys, people's perception of you guys, like if I see Chevelle just online only, and I'm like, oh, I'm living for you, I'm a fan of yours, and then when I see you in person, I almost expect this friend type relationship. And so when Chevelle sees me and I say, oh, hey, Chevelle, I love you, blah, blah, he's like, oh, hey, and keep it moving. Now I think you're a bitch.
And see, and that's crazy
I can
to me.
Speak on that.
And that's crazy to me.
Yeah, because I think it's very important. I think it's very important as an entertainer that you make yourself available to your fans and your fan base and people who love you. Because I mean, I was somebody before RuPaul's Drag Race, so RuPaul's Drag Race just elevated it like times 10.
Not according to our money.
Child. So it was like I didn't have a problem proving myself. And I say that because, you know, people really looked at me as a bitch, as somebody that was, you know, old and bitter. So I knew that I had work to do. So from that point to for 3 years, I had to build basically my fan base myself. And that was answering my messages, being approachable to these fans because they are needy, whether it's drag race related or not. Our fans are needy. And so it's all about knowing how to handle them in the element of. So it was a challenge. It was a real challenge, but I took on the challenge because this is my business. And I don't want people to think of me anything less than what I present to them in their face when they meet me one-on-one.
How do you feel about it, Shane?
I learned something a long time ago. Whitney Page and I had a discussion in her hotel room when she, the year she won All American Goddess. She said she had to learn sometimes when you make the bed, you have to lie in it, but you don't stay asleep in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that made a lot of sense. We as people have to take accountability for the shit that we do also. But it's funny because I love when I meet people and the first thing they say after getting to know me, because everybody don't know I smoke and all that either. So the first thing they say is, bitch, you ain't nothing like people said you was. And I always be like, well, girl, what they say? Well, girl, you this and you that. I said, well, you just basically described every homosexual I know.
I got a thing with young people. I think sometimes people cross that line where it becomes something else, where you become too friendly or you get too familiar. You know, you think that. So which is why I don't really deal with a lot of this younger generation that much. And I keep it most definitely with the, hey, baby, how you doing? And keep it moving situation. Because in my mind, I am old enough to be your parent.
Yes.
And bitch, if you disrespect me, I'm not going to have that out of you. Then that's when it turns into, oh, Necole is a bitch and she's all that. No, baby, but you don't come up to me and talk to me as if we have this lifelong relationship and that we good kiki girlfriends. You're not going to sit up and cut up and do all that.
I can't stand it.
I don't even know you.
I'm not
your
your
child. Stay in a child's place.
Right.
The problem with that is social media has allowed people to feel like they have that personal relationship with them.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to remind them of that.
But
fans should never have an expectation. Fans should never have an expectation when they are meeting somebody that they live for. And I've learned that because I looked up to Chevelle and Necole and Jasmine and Stasha, and I was around them all the time.
And
you know,
too.
and
we saying thank you to Ethan. Go ahead.
No, you forgot to mention me.
Yeah, and I had to learn not to expect anything because you don't know what the entertainer is going through. You don't know what, you don't know anything about the entertainer. If you compliment them and they say thank you, take that thank you and not expect like they supposed to stop and have a whole conversation with you.
Yeah. Or you rude because you don't want to keep indulging in a conversation with them that's totally meaningless. I don't want to hear about the time that you did drag when I'm sitting up here trying to get ready for my show.
Well, okay, so
or as soon as you meet the folk, they want to go right into oh yeah, because I'm thinking about I'm gonna do the pageant, and so at the time engage in that conversation.
Well, it's a way to be familiar. I mean, friendly with people without being familiar with people. And
yeah,
and
that's
some people,
good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now,
and some people cross that line, and then when you cross that line, you can't say, for example, if I meet Cheyenne and I'm just trying to be friendly, but then Cheyenne, she flirts, she does little things and say, oh, I want to, like, she touching me inappropriate. Then I become familiar with her. And then so when I say little things to her, now I'm being disrespectful. But you put yourself on this familiar level and you put yourself on a different level because you're trying to have a different agenda. So I think it's the way to be friendly with people without being familiar with.
So that's basically saying it's okay to be social, not sexual.
Well, yeah, I do believe that certain people, for example, I believe like Naisha is a prime example of someone who most people know, and I'm not putting her on a pedestal, but people know her and she's friendly, but she's not familiar with a lot of people. So people look at her and put her in a spotlight versus someone like, in Atlanta, Sasha and Necole, who you see out prior to COVID, you would see them out regularly.
So you feel like you can be personable with
so you can
Sasha,
be personal with them,
and not
versus Naisha, you don't see her all the time, so it's a different level. With that person.
And I get what you're saying because even
tangible,
because
we're more tangible to them, but that doesn't always make it right.
Yes.
No, it doesn't always make it right, but I see what how he putting it because even when I go out to the club, they treat me different than how they treat the other girls. Like they home girls, but bitch, when I come through, it's like something totally different, or they gotta treat me. No, bitch, I want to be the home girl. I want to, bitch. I want to be the home girl sometime, bitch. And I'm like, please don't put all that attention on me. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. With how you saying how they don't want to do with Naisha, and they don't treat her a certain type of way, and they don't do things with her because they put her on a higher pedestal, but they feel like they can communicate better with Necole and Stasha and all because they're there. They're in the, mingling and shit all the time.
Because when you become too familiar with the people, Necole, the people will try to fight you. They will fight you. They're not going to try to. You said what?
I read them lips.
Yes. They're not trying to fight Naisha because you're on a different pedestal, but the other girls, they've tried to fight or help.
And you seen how that has gone.
For some.
for those who have thought that they was gonna fight me.
For some, because baby. Oh, see,
if you try to fight me, let me tell you a couple things. One, either you won't remember doing it, or you wouldn't get tired of fighting me every time you see me.
Now, this is not even on our thing to talk about, but since talking about fighting and stuff, one of my kids had got into it with a friend of one of my sisters' child behind their mother. And my child felt like the mother was being disrespectful. And so they got into a little verbal altercation. And her child said, you wouldn't you wouldn't do that to your mama, or you'll be mad if your mama gives it. My mama wouldn't do that because my mama don't do Bush Queen things like she just did. And so, you know, I think that, you know, certain girls, when you are that familiar with gay men, they feel like that they can take that chance with you. Wow. And you know, now if you show a person how you want to be treated.
Yes.
So if you show them that you want to be treated this certain type of way, they're gonna treat you that certain type of way. So that's why I feel that goes back to what he said about Naisha. She showed people how she wants to be treated.
Yes.
So that's why they have that respect for her. And that's why they have that respect for me, because I wouldn't do those type of things. And if I say something to you, I'm not saying this to you to want to fight you. I'm not saying this to you to want to hurt you. I'm saying this because I know this for a fact or something like that. And you're not going to disrespect me in this way or whatever. Now, if you want to fight me, no, trust and believe me, I get down for the get down. But I just never had that. You know what I'm saying? But I know some of my girlfriends who have. And who have got into it with gay men.
Case behind it.
You what?
I had a whole court case behind it.
What?
Yeah, bitch. The child had tried to prosecute us to the fullest extent of the law, and tried to make it seem like he had absolutely nothing to do in, like he was the total victim.
Okay, when she say us, she mean her and Stasha.
Who took the first swing?
What?
It happened at the show one night. You know how we go out and we you hosting the show and you doing your little banter and you cutting up and all of that. Well, it just so happened the boy was there with his little boyfriend that night, and he was feeling some type of way because Miss Stasha was you know cutting up with the boy.
And he was there with K. Michelle.
Yeah, and he was trying to show out in front of K. Michelle. So he missed Miss Thing by this much.
Miss Thing is Stasha, who she's talking about.
Yeah. It was about this much that he if she had not did her little thing she be doing when she was throwing her hair, he would have knocked her the fuck out. But
for what though?
Just because they was cutting up and doing all of that, and he couldn't take.
Oh, so they was reading back and forth.
Yeah, but we were hosting the show. And so, bitch, when he swung...
And you hosting a show? See, that's stupid.
I'm just saying, this is the level of which things can go. So when he swung, he missed her, but he almost hit me.
Now I'm pissed.
And so I bust him in his motherfucking shit and whooped his ass. So then they run. Now, mind you, they was thinking they was going to be bad because K. Michelle had a bodyguard, and the bodyguard and K. Michelle sitting back like this.
Because they ain't got nothing to do with K. Michelle. He there to protect her.
So they ran outside and got to the police and told the police that we attacked them. What they didn't know was that I had all these witnesses in the bar and the police who witnessed. It's just that they made it to the other police first, where they was able to file their report with him. But bitch, I had to go to court and everything.
Yeah, whoever called first.
Came to court, you would have thought that they were Mormons.
They all different person outside of that bar.
No jail, no jail. It wasn't no drawn on eyebrows. Bitch, they was in suit and ties and looked like they went to Morehouse.
She talked about Tokyo and Japan for anybody that want to know.
And Tokyo and Japan got their ass whooped.
Oh wait, that's what
Don't forget that Necole Luv Dupree is from the west side of Chicago, and she still got these hands. Do not let this smooth skin fool you, baby.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
I love you. Let your freckles show. Anyway, it was Tokyo in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to court and stuff, and then they were still trying to prosecute us. And the DA had told them that while y'all so busy trying to file charges and doing all that, whatever charges they get brought up on, you all can get brought up on the same charges. So whatever her sentence is going to be, you're going to get the same one. So I'm going to let you know to your lawyer again. See, that's when it pays good to have folks in high places.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and that's the Bush tranny.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Stephanie, girl, I'm gonna call you. Yeah, about that. I just been busy, just I had a just and stuff like that. So.
And let me tell y'all what's hilarious. Do y'all see how Cornelia sit back and just keep the shit going?
I'm over here. I'm over here loaded to the gill with information. Just loaded.
That's why we have an after show just on Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube, so we can really go in.
In case everybody don't tune in to the after show, let me give y'all this one little last tidbit.
They better know. Give them a little piece. Give them a little piece, but they gotta go to the after show.
My head said, "Baby, you can't beat me. You are not gonna beat me, honey. Come on, Miss Tasha, let's go eat, girl. Let's go have lunch, bitch."
I bet you she wasn't treating.
Oh no, she paid for mine that day.
Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was there because of you.
Okay, because they hit Sasha, that would have been a whole situation.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Yeah, but bitch, he had almost hit me, and he's probably still don't remember what happened after that.
Well, right now we're gonna take a little break and have a little commercial, Jill. How about that?
Yeah.
And we're back, and we want you guys to please share the live and share the love, because this is what we do every week to entertain you guys and to let you know what's going on in the community, when in social media, hot topics, political opinions, and everything that's going on in the world today. We talk about it right here on Our Point of View. And our special guest tonight is Kennedy Davenport and Cheyenne Valentino from Chicago, Illinois, from Miss Continental Plus. So,
tell them, Cheyenne, I'm from the north side.
and also Miss Kennedy is the reigning Miss Gay US of A. So let's talk about girl, I love these. I'm trying to figure out one because they all so good, bitch. Why? And I want to talk about this because I really think it's a funny topic. Why do people choose to stay newcomer for so long?
What? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Girl, because bitch, you know they have them children that be the newcomer, bitch. If I tell you, they will go to every system and be a newcomer.
They want to be an elite newcomer.
But when do you get to your new condom?
There's some newcomers I've been knowing since I moved to Georgia.
Girl, I be like, because that's what I love about Miss Gay US of A newcomer. That's what I love about Miss Gay US of A newcomer. They, hey David, love you too, babe.
They give you 3 times.
They give you 3 times, and bitch, and that's from the time that you do your prelim. If you do the prelim your first time going and you don't make it to the to your state, if your state, and that's if your state have a prelim, like if you do a city prelim, you gotta go to the state. But even if you do a regional and you don't make it to the national, that kind of is one of your years.
That's one.
That's one, bitch. And in that process, I would think that you are trying to do what you need to do to get to where you need to go. You're not gonna stay stagnant. You go learn. You go watch. And you go take advice. And you're not gonna try to think you are know the fuck it all.
Wait, don't go there yet. Don't go there yet. I was gonna let everybody else touch on all this other stuff first because I wanted to hit that point.
Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes newcomers they stay newcomers. They stay newcomers because when they do step up, or if they are a newcomer and they haven't did newcomer pageant, but they're just a newcomer in the pageant field, that they won't get the respect or get the crown that they deserve when they step up. Now, speaking of newcomers not getting the crown that they respect when they step up, Diane, would you like to talk about your time at Continental Plus?
So I was going to say, actually, what you was talking about, Neil, about how a lot of times the newcomers, I don't think a lot of times they're necessarily scared. I think they're more concerned about not being given the opportunity to win being a newcomer. Like my first time at Continental Plus, we didn't have newcomer pageants in Chicago. It was either you compete with the biggest and the baddest bitches or you stay at home. I mean, I didn't have a newcomer. I had to go straight in compete. Because
that's when you learn your growth.
Yeah, I had to compete with the Chevelle.
But that doesn't mean that something wrong with
whoever. But we didn't have that. So in my first time at Continental Plus, I was a newcomer and got first runner-up, although I feel like I did win the pageant my first time. But I'm glad I didn't win because I would,
Do you think you were ready?
Now that looking back as reigning, not at all. I think I would have been a horrible.
That's the whole Cheyenne. That's a whole other conversation. That's when I say people be judged off stage versus on stage. What you did on stage, you felt you won that night.
Correct.
And I don't think that you should be worked for that. And I also don't think it's their job to have you ready either. My whole problem with all of the newcomer shit, any of it, this is gonna cover all the topics for me. This is what's gonna cover it all for me. Yourself on a certain level. Don't expect for anyone to treat you any different than that. So don't think that you're gonna sit up and mouth back and give me all that on a field and a craft where I started out with veterans. And you're gonna tell me, if you always do what you always done, then you'll always get what you always got.
And then when you get it, they'll tell you did what had to be done.
If you keep putting yourself on a newcomer level, guess what? That's exactly what you're gonna be looked at. That is how you're gonna be treated. You can enter a pageant not knowing what's gonna happen. A bitch zipper can pop, her dancer can fall off the stage, a bitch wig can come off, anything, and that will push you up to the winner. Guess what? Now you don't want the pageant. You don't be so-and-so.
Okay.
Then y'all want to sit up and you want to stay in your comfort zone because you want to be the top newcomer. What in the fuck is that to strive for? I want to be the best.
What, Necole? Let me explain.
That ain't enough for me. I just can't. That ain't enough for me. I'm sorry.
Let me explain something. Like being a newcomer title holder and your last couple pageants that you've won.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No. It's not no couple. But go ahead.
No, I'm referring to the last couple. So
just don't refer to the last couple. Go back prior.
I'm making my point. The newcomers versus the last couple of national titles that you've held, they probably had more bookings than you. in your last couple of pageants that you won.
You're absolutely right.
So,
you know why? Because
that's-
newcomer pageants have dominated the business.
But
that's where
you
the
can
money
say,
is now. And
but
they have
hold
no
on,
pageants.
hold on. But and you can say that, but that newcomer.
The
Hold
buckets
on,
that I
Necole.
don't have because I don't take, because I have a regular job.
Necole, but that newcomer going on that booking, I can go on one booking and make what they gonna have to do 2 bookings or 3 bookings for.
Correct.
No, Chevelle, that's you being just Chevelle. I'm talking about the titles that people hold.
Oh, even
I'm
with
saying,
the if I was
Wait,
going,
hold on, what you saying then?
Hold on, Necole.
Necole, what's your last couple titles you've had?
That had nothing to do with no bookings that I take or can acquire.
I'm not talking about your other bookings. I'm talking
with.
about bookings from the pageant alone. What's the last couple titles you've had?
Oh, whatever they had to offer.
And then I'm saying, newcomer pageants, a newcomer title holder, they probably had more bookings than your last titles.
Okay. Even still, hence still the name newcomer. I don't want to be considered no newcomer for no 22 years either.
Hello.
Now, I don't want to be the newcomer and I'm going on 6 bookings that's $50 a piece plus whatever tips I can make, and then I had to drive and get myself there and no hotel accommodations or nothing.
Now I do want to say this. I can vouch for one newcomer. Hold on. One newcomer pageant that I can vouch for that I wouldn't mind just wiping out and starting all over. My name will be Elizabeth Houston. Is US of A newcomer.
Yes, ma'am. Something
that
really counts. I mean, you have so many prelims.
Yeah, you work, and even outside of your prelims, you have work.
But they are so many of the newcomers are so. I when Angeria told me her last newcomer pageant was gonna be Black America Junior, I begged her to go to Gay US of A newcomer. I think every newcomer should at least go to Gay US of A newcomer.
And see, that's what I was saying. What is your ultimate
goal?
Your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And every newcomer, when you come up out, you should want and that's any kind of nationality, you should want to be Miss US of A newcomer. They groom you. They actually groom you to be a national title holder.
I'm gonna disagree with you guys.
And bitches that you run around and say that you better than and all of that and what you would have and could have done and you didn't because you're sitting on the sidelines waiting on the next newcomer pageant.
There's so much talent. There's so much talent. There's so much talent in our
I just don't think that you should tell. First off, you can't tell. I can't tell Chevelle or Necole or Kennedy what to do. So why would you tell a newcomer what to do? If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Let them.
Ain't nobody trying to tell them what to do.
Absolutely fine, but
it's not telling them what to do. It's not telling them what to do. It's giving them a suggestion that's going to enhance their newcomer career.
If they want to do what they want to do, let them do them.
And that's fine. And they can do exactly what they want to do. And at the same time,
what you always done, then you always get what you always got. So don't expect for me to treat you on no different level or look at you.
That's what I was gonna say.
Stay on the newcomer level. Then guess what? When you turn around and I look at you, that's what you are. You're a newcomer. So
and
move.
That means, and to us, that's a child.
Right.
Baby, you're a baby.
So that's going back to you guys. Oh, child, never mind.
Oh, so that's something we need to talk about in the after show.
This is what I see. This is what I see. Especially like going to our Black newcomer pageants and then going to US of A. I see so many people of color in the newcomer division that is so talented. And it's like, oh my God, wow.
You could be over here making this money.
That was all Cornelius. And that was all I was trying to explain to Angeria. I look at this as a business. And she got where I was coming from. This is a business for me. This is a very expensive hobby of mine that I love doing. It's a business for me as well. So when I was explaining to her, I said, even though you're trying to leave the newcomer circuit, after Black America Junior, why don't you give US of A newcomer a try and go out with a bang? That way you can travel the world and be prepared to really step up into the mainstream division.
Now,
First off, the thing is, you don't have to go through all those steps to do that. You can go from being.
You don't.
But if you're ready though, after you finish that, if you're ready to go step out into it, then step out. I commend you. Yes, ma'am. Go for it. Go for it. But if you go back and do some more newcomer pages, the newcomer pages you should do will be US of A, where you gonna make some money.
No, right, the initial question was why do you continue to be newcomer for so many years? That was the initial question.
Well, I don't want you to go do Miss Magical City newcomer after you done gave a Black America or Westland.
If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.
And then you go do Miss Oak Cliff City.
People gonna do what they want to do, but at the same time, you as a friend, you're still gonna give them your advice and your point of view.
Yes, but I'm not saying you guys have a double standard to me.
Because you're a promoter.
Because you're a newcomer promoter.
Yeah, that's the only reason. My whole thing out of anything that I'm saying is that don't keep telling me that the newcomers are not getting the respect that they deserve when what you're doing is putting yourself on a level of a newcomer. What kind of respect or where is it that I'm supposed to be? Oh, you was good, baby. Oh, you was good at the newcomer pageant. Because you don't spend $5,000 getting ready for the newcomer, and you could have spent the $5,000 and still won at the national. I feel so.
Because some of the newcomers be bad as hell.
Some people feel
played. It could have been a sickening package at a national, but no, you decided to put that level. So when you're being looked at that way, don't dispute what I'm saying because you're a newcomer.
I'm not saying. I'm saying some people feel that same package when they go to that national pageant, they're going to be work for somebody like you.
Okay, so that goes into my next. Hold on, Necole. Hold on.
You don't know.
Hold on.
Diane, you have experience better than newcomer.
You hold on too. Because that goes into my next question. When you become a newcomer, do you think that they'll have a fair chance stepping out on the turf with you?
Honestly, no, I don't think so. I think that newcomers, I think if a newcomer, if it's me, you, Chevelle, and Necole in a pageant, and two newcomers come, I don't care how sickening they are. I don't think they're not gonna crown them over one of us because they know what our capabilities are. They don't know. It's like the old saying, you know what you got, but you don't know what you get.
Well, I differ because guess why?
I totally disagree.
Akeria.
I totally disagree.
Akeria. She won Black Universe.
You're never gonna know until you throw your hat in the ring.
Until you throw your hat in the ring.
And I think that's the once in a lifetime thing that happens.
First off,
that don't happen often though, Chevelle.
It happened for me.
Where a newcomer beat you?
It happened. No, I beat Whitney Page.
Oh, when you were a newcomer.
So I still consider myself a newcomer at that point because I was always first one up. That didn't mean I was that girl.
I guess you could say that because I was a newcomer beating a lot of the events too. So I guess you could say
that. Know, so you never know.
About your package,
you might all
about your package and your delivery.
Exactly, Jeffrey. That's what. And then if that's the case, then stop selling the children the false hopes when you tell them anybody can be beat. Stop telling them anybody could be beat then. No, stay a newcomer because guess what? They're not going to let you win. And that is why they have the mentality they have. And you, on the other hand, should encourage them. But no, you like you said, you're a promoter, it's a business, and you want the money.
No, I agree with Marcy, and a lot of people don't win. A lot of people get stuff off their name. And a lot of people...
Very true.
Who I feel,
the pageant that Tamisha was just in. What pageant was that? Sweetheart? But y'all say Miss Thing wasn't a newcomer though, huh? I wouldn't know because I don't know. But
she was if she that was Infinity. She was just like coming out of that was
out of her newcomer, right?
Well, let's
you can say
but Necole, you just won a pageant that was controversial.
Okay.
And I'm saying so people thought somebody else wasn't like a newcomer was really good. So I'm saying newcomers.
And then it goes back to what I said too.
They was a newcomer.
What is he gonna say? Because we don't know what he's gonna say.
No, I'm saying people feel that perception because if you have a certain name or a certain caliber person, they feel it's all they can be given to you. Not saying that you didn't deserve to win and that she deserved to win. However, a lot of people felt going into the pageant that you were going to win, and then after the events played out that night, they felt like, okay, it could have went that way. However, it could have went another way too.
Well, but you still have to be in it to know.
Yeah, you have to be in it to win it. But I don't know
Harris, friend.
Oh,
I still don't think that a lot of pageants would be that way towards newcomers, crowning them over girls with names. It happens here
look
and there.
At Sasha.
Let's look at her. What about her?
What about
her? Sasha beat everybody at Universe, and it changed her dynamics of her career.
But see, I think Universe is and Continental Universe and this pageant, that's totally, I think it's two different arenas.
That's what Johnny said too. And that's because that goes back to me. When I beat Whitney and I beat Whitney and I beat Michelle Dupree, a former Miss Continental. And by that point, I hadn't been nothing but first one up to at large. So to me, I'm a newcomer in this pageant. So what I'm saying is, a newcomer needs to step out.
You're a newcomer.
I think if you're a newcomer who has shown that you're worth the investment. That's a totally
different thing to be.
Yeah, because I've only done Miss US Surveyor Lodge 4 times.
But see,
that didn't make me a vet. I wasn't no vet.
It didn't make me a vet, but it did.
I was still a newcomer girl.
It didn't make you a vet, but what it did, it showed them that you were worth the investment, though.
You were new to that.
You were capable of.
They still wasn't seeing me.
Newcomer.
they weren't seeing me because they seen the girls with that was coming with everything, and I was coming with just me. So I'm still considered that new girl because she ain't showed nothing.
That's the one thing that made me. That's gonna open up to.
Go ahead.
Open it up.
Open it up.
Well, that's what made.
We can move on.
That's what made me want to run for All-American Goddess, because I feel like they didn't care who you was when I ran.
Oh, I felt like it was one time.
I felt the same way, Kennedy. They didn't care who you was.
I felt like it was a clean.
I felt the same way, Nick. They didn't care who you was.
No, they didn't. No,
I mean, I feel like they get it at the time, and I do plan on going back. But at the time, I felt like it's everybody gets the same playing ground.
What year you went, Kennedy?
I went 10 and 13.
Who won those years?
I went when Alyssa won, and I went when Brittany Moore won.
Oh, because the year I went, I thought it was a complete mess.
I never sensed that the years that I ran. I feel like it went the way it was supposed to. And I got third by myself and preparing in 2 weeks. I got third runner-up.
I want to say this. We're gonna move to another topic, and we're gonna talk about it in the after show. So I advise y'all to.
I got a lot to say on that too.
Yeah, because I want to talk about it some more too. So
you want to talk about it a lot.
I do, and I want y'all to go to the Chevelle Brooks 75 because as soon as this is up, we're gonna go right to YouTube and talk about this some more. But I do want to before we end this out, my last topic is gonna be who do y'all think, if anybody, in this newcomer thing that could like hold the torch to what we supposed to have put ourselves on, this pedestal we put ourselves on. So is that do y'all see the newcomers out there that will be like the next sickening vets?
I think I definitely see people like Vita Vontae Starr, Angeria Paris Van Michaels. Who else? There's another newcomer girl from Florida. I can't think of her name. And there's some guys too.
Melissa Hilton.
Gonna be sickening.
Melissa Hilton, Maya LePage. Maya LePage, Melissa Hilton. Them babies in Miami, China Hilton.
Yeah. Well, what about y'all named a whole bunch of black girls? I ain't have no white girls.
I see a bunch of boys.
I do too.
Well,
I think all of my grandbabies are gonna slay.
I love Miss Thing. What's her name? The white girl.
I like the child from Tampa that go with
Mary Jane, not a newcomer.
Mary Jane, not a newcomer. The child that go with
Judas.
Oh,
and Cat
Kelly.
I think she's sickening, bitch.
Okay,
Cat
Kelly, yes, me too.
What's the
I love
other one
Cat
from
Kelly.
Florida? What's the other one from Florida that do Duval?
I can't think of her name, but I know you're talking about because she was Vogue too.
She's sickening too. I live for that bitch. The white girl. What is her name? She a former Vogue newcomer.
See,
what?
How the team man ain't no newcomer, bitch. She was
not anymore, but she's still in that second part of the generation.
I see a bunch of boys who I think gonna move on.
Ming. Thank you, Jawaka team. Her name is Ming.
Yeah, Ming. I don't really see a lot of girls, but I do see a lot of boys.
That's sickening.
So
I think
see
you
a lot
need
of boys
Davenport. I think you need Davenport, aka Anthony Weaver, is
well,
one of the boys.
I think Anthony Weaver. I'm
always
gonna say my
gonna be good.
My child is gonna be the next up and coming thing. Zodiac.
Who's your child?
Zodiac.
Who you said, Nicole?
Oh.
I think they what's that girl, Kennedy Davenport? Now she's gonna be sick now.
I mean,
Landon. I think Landon Dickerson.
Yeah.
it's I can't think of a girl that's really like exciting to me right now.
Serena Lopez, all from Louisiana. All right, that's where she from.
Yeah, that's my old queen too.
Well, the other Serenity, I don't think do drag anymore. The ballerina.
They did.
Hey, Tasha, Jen. I would love for Tasha. Well, Tasha is supposed to go to Continental Plus this year. So
I ain't never saw Tasha in
she'll from a Duval new. So, child, she put her ring and her foot in the race at Continental Plus next year, and
I live.
I want to say this, Marcy. I love to watch Marcy. Marcy said she don't want to do no paid stuff.
Marcy is a great entertainer.
Marcy, you had looked so beautiful the other night when you had on that black dress and that black hair. I have never seen you look. You always look beautiful, but you had looked so beautiful. I was like, oh, look at Marcy. It was a whole a whole nother Marcy. You had look. I'm so used to you dancing around in your leotard and all that, but bitch, you had look. That should have been my clip of the week. I want to give a shout out to Marcy, bitch. You bitch, you know I live, bitch. I think
Marcy did look beautiful.
That girl from Atlanta, Necole Dupree, she's a good up and coming.
I like her. She wear a bunch of hats, bitch.
Yeah, right. I mean, she's a good up and coming.
She definitely gonna be good when she put on some stockings and stuff.
Oh no! Now, if she put on some stockings, now she's gonna go far.
She's gonna go find the business. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do.
She's got legs. She knows how to use them.
That's how she feels, don't you? But shout out to them newcomers and all that y'all do and all that kind of stuff. And I hope y'all come about that.
Yeah, don't think that I'm discouraging you or anything. No. I just want you to elevate your career, baby. I just want what's best for you. Y'all don't have to be stuck down there. Go ahead. The money that you're spending and all of that, keep preparing yourself and then put yourself on a national level if that's what you're striving for. Now, if you want to remain a newcomer, by all means, do you. Just don't.
Some of the newcomers can put out some bad shit, bitch, and you be like, bitch, she would have
just don't keep doing that same shit, and then you arguing and reading, talking about how you'll beat a hoe and how you better than them. Get on their level. So don't diss them.
You know what I don't like?
Yeah, for real. I find it hard to win a newcomer pageant versus a regular pageant.
Especially right now, bitch.
Because baby, I know the battling and the stuff that they
stay where you at. There's a couple other things I want
to do. You know, now the one thing I don't like about when you do step up, I don't want to see Take Time and Rhythm of Love. I don't want to see that from the girls, and I definitely don't want to see that from the boys doing.
I don't want to see no Take Time, no Rhythm.
Oh, that needs to be the topic of discussion. Boys doing girls' music. Screw.
We can talk about that in the after show too.
And if you need some girl songs remade,
I'm so tired of it.
I'm so tired of sisters doing that song.
I'm so tired of it. And subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 so we can go to this after show. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. All of y'all need to go right now to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. Right now, right after this. We will see y'all in 15 minutes. I gotta go walk my dog. Necole ain't got no dog. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all on Chevelle Brooks 75. Oh, before we go, what Kim been posted already? Before we go,
okay.
I always like to say goodbye with
I'll be really messy on the second show.
Oh, you want?
Oh no, I gotta be really messy on the next show.
This is my word from Tabitha.
Hello there. Can we talk for a second? Yes. I don't know if this is for you, but it's for somebody. It's very simple. I know you ain't gonna want to hear it, but here go. Baby, stop ignoring all those signs just because you don't want it to be true. It's true. You know it. Now you gotta deal with it. Okay? Don't ignore all the signs. You know what it is. Now, time for the next steps. Figure out how you're gonna deal with it. But ignoring it is not gonna make it go away. Okay? I know you don't feel like going through it, dealing with it, or facing it. But you got to. And you can. And you'll get through it. I love you.
African Americans. And that's with anything in your life. And that goes for you newcomers. You know y'all gotta face it. Y'all know y'all can't stay there forever. So get your gist together and come on over here with the big dogs. And you know you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. That's how I roll. And that's what anything in life in your business. And you know, and that's with personal feelings that you have with people. Just everything. everything. What,
and if
Neil?
you want to step up, you can start in North America in July 4th weekend 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia. All flights head north.
Oh,
what? Head north? Atlanta, Georgia is not north. That's south.
We south.
Don't worry about it, bitch. But we north. We north, bitch.
What you gotta say, Neil?
I'm so tired of Tabitha. I'm tired of Tabitha.
Now look, honestly, Cornelia, you are most definitely my child. I just told Chevelle that yesterday. I said, you know what? Now, I'm kind of feeling like a little sick of Tab.
I'm so tired of her self-righteous ass.
Yeah, I'm so tired. Oh my God. Y'all catch us in 15 minutes. We'll be on YouTube, Chevelle Brooks 75, and y'all join us for the rest of the conversation. Cheyenne, I'm sure you're going to be there right with us. So I'm going to walk my dog. I'm going to refill my Pink Whitney drink and roll me another blunt. And we'll see y'all on the after show. Bye.
Bye everyone.